back to life in Athens this week. I am actually meeting some people that I met on the boat for dinner or drinks. I don't think we've decided yet. We haven't even decided where we're going, but back to summer in Athens. I don't have any plans to go anywhere else. I have to renew my residence permit starting this month. So right now I haven't planned anything. So for now, we're just gonna live it up here, and I'm gonna take you along with me. My friends actually booked a hotel over in my neighborhood, so it's not a very far walk, but it's a little bit up the hill. And I am not wearing the best shoes, so it's a little bit slow going, but that's okay. This particular street is really nice. Some of the older homes are still on it, so it's kind of a nice walk. As you can see, it's more residential. And if you spent any time in Athens, you know that sound is very normal. And I hear it all the time, every day. And I heard it in Kolonaki too. It's just part of the experience of living in Athens. And in true Tiffany fashion, I failed to film my food, but I had spicy sausages that are really good. I'm at a place called Lolos, which is near my apartment, which I've come to before, but I've not had this before. It's good. I highly recommend that. However, I do not recommend the spicy cheese. There's something weird about it. I can't put my finger on it. Hey guys, so it's now Friday, and of course, as you know, Friday is street market day. In Kukaki, the street market moves in the summer. I think right before I left to go on my sailing trip, I noticed it had moved. So usually it's just up a block over there, but during the summer it's here on this street, which is very close to my apartment. If you're familiar with Kukaki, you know that this is the second pedestrian street down from the Sigru pedestrian street. So that's where it is, in case you're interested. I haven't been in a few weeks because I've been gone, so I need lots of things. I'm definitely gonna have to rethink my shopping strategy in the summer, because this street is way hotter than my old street in the summer. Ooh, I've only been out here for like 15 minutes and I'm kind of sweaty. So, but it's so nice that it's so close to my house, except I don't have to deal with the noise, because in my old place I got all the noise. Sometimes when I come back from the street market, I show you guys what it is that I bought. And I am gonna still do that cost of living video. I've just now gotten to the point where I have enough bills for my apartment that I feel like I can do it. I'm still waiting to see if I get an updated electric bill. That's a whole nother story. So let me show you what I got at the street market. Shopping in the street market is a really good way to save money on like fresh fruits, vegetables, eggs, because I have gone to the supermarket and bought a 6-pack of eggs for like $2.30, $2.70, somewhere in that range. And this is 10 eggs, and they are 17 euros, whatever, a piece. And so it works out to be, €1.70. So it's like half the cost and you get more eggs. Always buy strawberries at the street market, even though sometimes they are the same price in the supermarket. They always just seem to look better. So today, I bought strawberries, the tomatoes, the bananas, the eggs, the flowers, and in that bag, because they're loose, I didn't take them out, are some Bing cherries. All of this cost me €10.90. Right now, the last time I checked, strawberries in the supermarket for a half kilo are like €4, anywhere from €3 to €4. So that kind of tells you something. These in the supermarket are always ridiculously expensive, so I try to buy them at the Laiki. I usually like the round sort of cherry ones, but these Rama ones are also really, really good. To meet a colleague actually for coffee, and I haven't been over here in ages, and I took the metro to Panepistimiou and I'm walking from there. It's hot, but the improvement today is there's a breeze, and it's super sunny, And I mean, even though it's hot, I'm gonna enjoy the fact that it's hot and not like super hot, not 40 degrees yet. I think it's gonna be that way next week. Oh, it suddenly got very quiet. That was interesting. No traffic is going by. I love this sort of pedestrian walk. The only thing is it's punctuated by the fact that the bus comes here and that like then you have to cross through the intersection still. Whatever, I'll take it. So my friend and I talked forever, but I had to come back down through Sigtagma, and today is Athens Pride. So that's what's happening in Sigtagma today. The parade will be later. I'm not sticking around for that though, because it's very loud. I have become obsessed with my balcony. I sat out here last night and drank beers and watched Netflix, and a friend is coming over. And when I originally asked him if he wanted to hang out, he was like, well, do you want to go somewhere? I said, no, I just want to sit on my balcony and drink beer. So that's what we're doing. It's kind of a good thing. I mean, this is part of the reason that I wanted an apartment with a balcony, so I could actually sit out here and enjoy it, and I am doing that. Plants soon. Plants are coming soon. You guys might be wondering why I'm showing you my new printer. That is because the only reason that I've bought this printer is because I have to scan in all of my documents to start my Greek resident renewal process. I can't believe that it's almost been 2 years since I got it. So that means I've been here for almost 3 years, it'll be 3 years in August. So now, the only good thing for me that came out of COVID is that the entire process has been moved online. So I upload all my documents and then I don't know, I guess I prove them then. Obviously, I'll make a whole video about this when I'm done, but I just thought I'd show you my new little toy. Well, ever since I got back from my sailing trip, I have just worked a ton and sat on my balcony. If you have been watching my Instagram stories, you know that. I pretty much come out here in the morning and I have coffee, and then in the evening I come out and either do some more work or watch Netflix, or just, you know, sit here and watch the world go by and listen to the neighbor's dog bark. He's not out here all the time though, and he's not barking at me. I think he's barking at the neighbor dogs. I like to say that they're gossiping amongst each other, but anyway. I'm very happy that I have a balcony now. It made moving and all the pain of moving and finding a new apartment totally worth it. Good morning, guys. It's Thursday, and I've already been up for quite a while. I've done some work this morning, and now I'm going to go meet a friend. A friend of mine is renovating an apartment. Unfortunately, I don't think I'm going to be able to show you their apartment, but I am going up to a part of Athens that is not touristy. So I thought I'd maybe show you a little bit of this neighborhood. Don't ask me to pronounce it, I never can. I have 2 friends that live up here as well, other friends, and I still can't say it. I'll put it down on the screen below so you can see where I'm going. As you guys saw, I got off at the Attiki metro station. So if you're familiar with the metro, you kind of know where I'm at. This area is not super popular for living for Greeks, but if you need an affordable place to rent, it's a little bit more affordable up here. And some people will say that it's not safe. However, I disagree. It's just because a lot of immigrants live up here, so they perceive it as being less safe, but I've been up here many, many times, never had an issue. I do know that some people do have issues with people breaking into apartments here. So if you do decide to look up here, you need to make sure that the apartment that you rent has a security door, and that should stop that. The one thing I will say about safety of neighborhoods is that my view might be slightly skewed. I lived in New York City for 7 years. So Athens, there's almost nothing about Athens that doesn't really bother me. The only place I won't go is Ammonia at night. Other than that, nothing really bothers me, but other people do feel differently. So take my opinion about safety maybe with a grain of salt. Now, if you're a big city person, it probably won't bother you either. One of the reasons I really like this neighborhood is because a lot of the old houses haven't been torn down. One of my friends has actually bought an apartment in one of the houses, and that's why there's so much work to be done. But here's another one. You just don't see them in the center. Now, I do see some of them in Kukaki, but these are actually in better shape. So there's another thing I should talk about, which somebody asked me recently, like, how am I allowed to just go around whenever I want? And, you know, like, it's the middle of the day here on Thursday. Because as you all know, I do work, but my jobs are very flexible. I set most of my own hours, and one of my jobs, I don't need to work business hours. So if I want to, I could work at midnight. And sometimes I do work on Saturdays if I need to make up time. So like on a day like today, I may work on Saturday morning for a few hours instead. So I do work, just work my own hours. I passed this one on the way here. This one's amazing. It needs a lot of work, and it's huge, but it's amazing, and I bet it's amazing inside. I've been out on the balcony this morning working because even though it's been pretty hot, in the mornings it's not that hot, but it's been really interesting to sort of like see what my neighbors are up to. I'm not going to show you because obviously privacy issues, but there is an apartment being worked on over there, and I saw door frames being lifted up from the street by two straps. There's music. I saw an ambulance down there earlier. Anyway, I don't know how much longer I'll stay out here because my battery is probably going to die, and I have not quite figured out yet about I need more extension cords and things like that to reach all the plugs. Unfortunately, there's no plug out here. It's the one thing that I didn't really pay attention to when I got the apartment. Not that it would have kept me from getting this apartment, but I have been on some balconies here in Athens that do have an outdoor plug. So, but there is a plug right here, obviously, for the air conditioner inside, so I could run an extension cord out here. The plant baby buying has begun. So I bought this today at the street market. It was only €7. Let's hope that it lives. It seems like it's in good shape, and there's plenty of water already in it, so I'm not going to do anything to it. I've been reading up a lot on like what to do with bougainvillea in a pot, and apparently you're supposed to let it get really dry, and then in the winter cut it way back. So sometimes on the islands I see them cut back bougainvillea like severely, and I'm always like, oh my gosh, but now I know why. I do think probably once I let it like de-stress, I will probably repot it into a bigger plant so that it will get bigger. Hey guys, we're sort of having some weird summer weather. On Saturday night I was out, it tried to rain, and today it's super cloudy and like not sunny at all. See? It's very unusual for this time of year to have this many clouds, and it's not cool, but it's not hot. That's the other thing, is normally at this time of June in the middle of the day it's hot. But it's not. It's about 2 o'clock in the afternoon, surprisingly enough. I am back on my balcony for the second time today, and I have lost count of the amount of time that I've spent out here. I may spend the rest of the summer on this balcony. Not during the heat of the day, but early in the morning and as the sun is going down, it's really nice out here, especially if there is a breeze. Despite the humidity today, it seems to be a little bit better. And despite the street noise, I still can watch like Netflix and stuff out here. I just bring my headphones out and put them in so I can hear. Most of the time it's fine, but when the bus comes by or motorcycles go by, I kind of lose some of the dialogue. Sometimes I turn on the closed captioning, but it's totally worth it. That's going to be it this week, you guys. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.